Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, like Srika sir, good evening, and Sujita, good evening. Sarkur, Saran, good evening. Bharatra sir, yeah, good evening. And Shubhasni ma'am, good evening. Saumya, good evening. And Neha, hi. And Venkatraman sir, yeah, good evening. So, good evening, everyone. Sorry. Yeah, Shivani, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Okay. Um, Wait a second, guys. Okay, sorry for this. Yeah, Mahi, okay, sorry for this. Yeah, Mahi, good evening, Mahi, good evening. So the lighting is not fit. Yeah, Sugasni, good evening. Okay, so can you adjust with that because the lighting is not good. So I can manage. So can you adjust this one? So last session we will done with that. What is that? Google Analytics, introduction to Google Analytics. So how can we, so what is Google Analytics use? Who are all using this kind of thing? And also how can we install and how to create an account and how to import the data, these kind of things we will discuss about in last session, right? So today is the day 6. So in this particular day, we can discuss about the principles of data visualization. That means what is data visualization and what are the needed and what is the benefits and what are the principles are available in this particular data visualization. As well as we will see the example of this particular data visualization. That means coding with code, how can we create some visualization. This kind of things I will show it in this particular session. So yeah, good evening Pranav, good evening. So without delay, we are entering to the concept. Okay, now first thing, what is data visualization? So data visualization is the graphical representation of information and data. So it uses to visual the elements like charts, graphs, map, and patterns. So understanding the data trends, say getting the insights from the every complex data. So this is called as data visualization. Okay, so generally we are no. So already in the day one, I will told this like said this one. The human mind basically understanding the text without picture is different understanding, and with the picture format is different understanding. So any kind of things that we can see in visual concept, we can easily understand the particular things. So then only in our childhood days also in our we can hear some kind of stories in our grandmother. So they are said like that some stories like a rabbit and turtle story. So these kind of stories. That time just we can hear that story, like hear the story. Here there is visually we can see that. So here the recent, not like recent, after 2000s, some kind of mothers will tell the story in the picture also. The story books are available, right? So in the particular story books is having visual, also visual pictures also there, and the story contents also here. So the particular children easily understand. So the picture, the some kind of object is present in this particular book, and they are reading the text as well as see the visually understand the concept. So then only we can said it's easy to understand. The visualization is easy. We can make the data into the visual format. We can easily understand that. Okay. So next one, purpose of the visualization. So what is the purpose of this particular data visualization? So make data easier to understand and identify the trends, patterns and outliers, and communicate the findings clearly and effectively, and support decision making with the visual context. So already I told this, right? So we can easily understand the data and identifying our problem and identifying our decision making process, and communicate the findings with the clear, effective, and support to make a decision. So this kind of 4 things we can use the visualization. Purpose of using visualization. Okay. So next one, what are all the visualization parts available? So not like only in particular coding wise, in Power BI and Tableau, this kind of tools also we can implement the visual like this kind of format. So that is bar chart, line chart, histogram, pie chart, scatter plot. These are the common plottings. So in this particular plottings, there are multiple varieties we get it from this common pie plots. Okay. First one, bar chart is using for compare the quantities. That means so far here the Amazon is here. So repeatedly we can see talk about the one particular sales industry, right? So product industry, that is Amazon we can take. In that particular Amazon platform is having some products. So the products is so how we can compare that based on the product category and also the unit wise. Here the clothing unit and also mobile accessory unit and what is that? Then two wheelers also here and also then so some varieties. So home appliances, grocery items based on this kind of type of products wise we can understanding the units. So in this particular bar chart, we can upload the data, that is category of data and units of units of selling data, and then price of this each and every product. So based on these kind of three data, we can implement in this particular bar chart to comparing the quantities of these things. Next one is a line chart. The line chart is showing the trends over time. So this is the mentioning into the peak range or peak time of the particular product. In summer time, there is fruits and the juice items is mostly sold. In winter time, the spicy items is mostly sold. And then what about this? The rain time or rainy time also there is some kind of spices like snack items mostly sold. So based on the timing based data, we can mentioning in the line chart. So which season, which kind of product is how much sale. So the based on the, for example, yeah, April to still June. So because April, May, June, these three, I think, sorry, March, April, May, these 3 months are a summer time, right? That time the very hot weather is here. So the summer times, the ice cream products, the frozen products, and fruits and juices, these are all mostly sold, like purchased. So our next 3 months, the June, July, August, these kind of 3 months, there is I think it's a winter, right? Winter or rainy time. So that time is fully umbrellas and also dryers. This kind of products is mostly sold. So based on the timing wise, the product will be differ. The product purchased count is differ, right? Same like as histogram. So this kind of timing based on date based things we can mentioning in the line chart. Okay. So next one histogram. Histogram is showing the distribution of the values. How the values will be distribution. So maximum value and the minimum value, as well as how much are distributed in the each and every product. So these kind of values we can mentioning in the histogram plot. And same like as pie chart. Pie chart is showing the proportion of the each and everything. So that means counts. Proportion means counts. So every product, so home appliances, still how much of the product will be sold, and grocery item how much of the sold. So overall count that is mentioning in the pie chart. Scatter plot is showing the relationship between the two different variables. That means how can we say it? Yeah, based on the customer details wise, we can fix this scatter plot. So that is yeah. So based on the gender wise, how many people bought the most number of the product? So males mostly purchase the home appliances. Sorry, not home appliances. Two wheelers and mobile accessories. Same like as women is purchased about the home appliances and makeup kit, makeup items and groceries. These kind of things that they are purchased. So based on the gender wise, how many people it's meant purchase the product. So these kind of three things we can make a relationship between these different variables like different data. Okay. So next one, principle of data visualization. So here you will see the purpose of data visualization and what are these visualization types. And next one, principles of data visualization. So there is 8 kind of principles: clarity, simplicity, purposeful, consistency, yeah, contextualization and accuracy, visual encoding and intuitiveness. First, the clarity is represented like the visualization should be clear and easily understood by the intended audience. So first, the visualization will be understanding format. That is a major thing. So not like only the target people. So everyone, so anyone can see your visualization. They are easily understand. So what the insights present in this particular picture. So everyone can easily understand. That is the understandable format. That user friendly. Next was simplicity. So keep the visualization simple and avoid unnecessary complexity. That is also similar to the clearness, the clarity of the picture. So there is no unnecessary details present in this your visualization. So only needed details and a simple way you can represent that. Okay. So next one, purposeful. So understand what message or insight you want to communicate and design for that purpose. So you cannot implement the every data. So you cannot mention the show like what is the use customer ID wise. You cannot represent like visual and also then what then whatever it is. Yeah, serial number wise we cannot visual. So in this particular we cannot represent the visual into the every data. So there is some kind of format is here. Each and every visualization is having some kind of format. So here you can see the bar chart is using compare quantities and line chart is in the trends in over time and histogram using the distribution. So each and every plotting is having some kind of purpose like some kind of principles. So same like that. So what kind of message or what kind of insights we can communicate with others, that kind of details only present in your visualization. Next one, consistency. So maintain consistency in the design elements throughout the visualization. So there is not like show like in some how can I say that is um, much over. So there is no present in the over kind of um, visualized. So we can easily and professionally what we will set and what we can represent. That only is enough. The coloring, the color theme, and the visual format and style, everything we can fix at the one particular consistently base. So next one, um, con- contextualization. So provide context for the data being presented. So we cannot be given to the paragraph wise details we cannot implement. We cannot represent. So we can represent the particular topic. So the concept only we can fix. So our concept is how much of products is sold. That is our concept. So we can take the product name, like the type of product, yeah, home appliances and groceries, makeup items, bike, like clothing. So this kind of one particular word to represent the entire products. Okay, so that is the contextualization and accuracy. Then ensure the visualization accurately represent the underlying data. So accuracy means ensure the visualization accurately represent the underlying data. Yeah, that is mentioning into the one particular data. It is not mentioning everything. So it is mentioning one unique particular data. That is accuracy. So if we need a one particular makeup items, we can fix the makeup items. So we cannot implement it with another to combine with this product. So it's also visuals encoding. So choose appropriate visual encoding for the data types. So you are visualizing. So we cannot implement. So here the types is here, right? So we cannot show the proportion. Sorry, not like that. We cannot show the distribution values in bar chart. That is showed, but we cannot is not the proper way to represent. So multiple bars will be created. There is not clearly view. So the particular visual is created for this particular person representation. So we can use that particular thing. So we cannot cross over in that. So that's the thing the visual encoding is represent. And intuitiveness. So design the visualization to be intuitive. Yeah, like I cannot pronounce this. Intuitive and easy to comprehend. So they design the visualization to be initiative and easy to comprehend. So these are not the principles. So I don't understand this kind of meaning. So I will tell you later. Okay, so these are all the principles. So okay, so first thing, what is visualization and what is the purpose that we can use this, and what are the types of visualizations here, and what is the principles of the visualization. These are all things we will discuss. So next one we are entering into the installation. Before installation, I will reminding one thing. So we are offering the business intelligence internship program we will conduct it. So this particular internship program is having some kind of benefits. There is 8 kind of benefits is available. That is 30 days exclusive recording session, all presentations and downloadable source codes and all resources. It yeah, and the exclusive 7+ project codes. Sorry. And 7+ project codes with downloadables are available. IET confirmation letter is here and 90 days of LMS course access, assignment plus task, and VIP community groups and special updates are available. High valued IET certificate we will provide it. Internship certificate we will provide it to you. So these are all the benefits. 8 benefits are available in this particular internship program. So in this registration fees is at 999. Already we will share the link in this chat box. Okay. Okay, so we will share the link in the chat box. So once we come, going to check with that link. So if you're interested, can you join with our internship? So today is the last date for this particular offer. So don't miss this. So we are posted the link in the chat box, so you can check it that. So this is the last date. So don't miss this. This is the payment page to your internship. Okay. Okay, wait a second. Okay, fine. So still we will discuss about the principles of visualization. So what are that, this kind of things. Here we are move on to the one particular thing, that is how to visualize the data with the coding base. So one are simple, I think easily understand coding concept I will take. So I understand. So I hope you will understand this one. So now I am going to that particular thing. So already I have the code. Once I explain to you. Okay, so now, so you want to see my screen, right? So in Python programming is having some kind of libraries to visualize into our data with the coding. That is, one is a matplotlib, another one is a cbon. So matplotlib is only included into arrays. So only we can manually create the values and represent that, but not like here. The visual cbon is not like that. We can take the data from outside, then we can implement that, so we can easily understand. So to make that visualization for about the data set. Okay. Okay. So here, first thing we are going to import the libraries, like install the libraries. The cbon is the particular library name. So the pip install, this syntax is using to installing the libraries. So the first B is pip install cbon. Say I already have this library, then only is getting requirement already satisfied. If you are new to this particular thing, you can get it the installation about this particular kind of library. Okay. So next one, once we can install the library, then we are import that. So how we can install in the application, and then we can log into our page. So every social medias. So once we can install, then we can import our ID. So same like that. So we can install in the library, then we can import. So import cbon as SNS. So what do you mean by the SNS means? It's a short form of cbon. Okay. So once I run this, the library will be imported, and pandas is the pre-processing library of Python programming. So once I run this, pandas into for importing. So why I am using the pandas means it's a pre-processing library. So in the particular functions, so some particular functions itself get it from the particular pandas library. Okay. So here I will take the one particular flower data, that is iris flower data. So I will load this data set. Here I am not say read, I will load this data set. See, already this kind of iris data set is available in a Seaborn library. Um, how in our some mobile phones is having some kind of filters. So defaultly present some kind of filters that it can pencil sketch art and also animation art also available in some kind of mobiles. So same like that, some libraries is having default data sets also available. So here the SNS is a Seaborn. Seaborn library is having iris dataset. So now SNS dot load dataset is then to loading the dataset into this particular variable, iris variable, and the iris is the name of that our dataset. Okay, once I run this, the dataset is loaded into the iris. Here now I run this iris dot head means so the particular iris flowers sepal length and sepal width and petal length and petal width. Based on the flowers sepal and petal length and width, we can identify in this particular visualization. Okay. Okay. Wait a second. Yeah. Okay. So now I will usually import the data. Then I have to use to creating the libraries like datas. As well as I will take the another data that is Titanic data set. So we it's very familiar. So iris is no one can know about that. Sorry, not everyone know about this. So Titanic is very familiar. So we will watch the movie and we can hear the stories about the Titanic. Then I will take the Titanic data set also. So data is equal to same like SNS library. Like Cborn library is also having the this Titanic data set. Okay, so data is equal to SNS.load data set as Titanic data. And once I run this, you can get. So here the survival count 0 and 1 means 0 means it's dead and 1 is survived. And the P class means the passenger class. So there's a third class people. The male, there's death male that traveled within passenger class 3. And his age is 22 and this okay. Yeah, it's a siblings or spouse is here na, that is 1 and the parchment is 0 and the fare so ticket price is of the passenger class $7 like that. Embarked station is in yes, that is one of the station and again the class is included and who there is male or female already gender is here, the male or female is here and adult male there is adult male or child male that is true and the deck the column is not mentioned properly. The embark town already the station will be there. Um, okay, what aliases? So Ganesh Chiluka, what you said, I don't understand. What is aliases? Okay, so next one embark town. That is yeah, that is station. So already I said about this. The embark SC Southam town and Cherbourg. That is the particular person departure station, right? So alive, that is means a yes or no, is death or not. So alone, that means is they are single or married, like married or unmarried, like that way. So the, in this particular table, the particular data is having multiple combined data sets, like duplicate data. So already survived column is here, but here also there is alive or not. The column is here. The both are represent one thing. Same like as alone and siblings like this. If that means they are married or unmarried, that is the thing. So already the gender is here. So again, it's asking the man who, men or women like that. And then embarked. So already the station embarked is here. Once again, the embarked town is here. So the adult male is not needed. Deck is not needed. So some kind of repeated values, the data are included in this particular data set. So then only we need here only we need a pre-processing. So this kind of data is happening every data. So not like everything. So some kind of data happens, some kind of misvalues or duplicate values are there. So we can handling that, then only we can make a proper understanding visualization we can get. Okay. So here we can implement the head. That means the mentioning the first five rows. So already we can like show see the iris data set. Then iris species dot value counts. So that means in this particular species, how much of species available. I will take the one particular species column in this, get it from this particular iris data set. So the value counts is mean by how many. That is the meaning is here. How many kind of species are available? So say run this. There is setos of 50, versicolor 50, and virginica is a 50. So totally, every species having this 50-50 count, equally split it that. And then, so here, now I will represent this kind of count into the visualized format. Okay. So here there is text wise is here, right? So you can, this also we can easily understand format. So comparatively, the picturized format is too much different and make some interesting about our concept, right? So SNS is a C1 dot count plot. So count plot is one of the name of the bar plot. So here x-axis I will mentioning the species name, like the species column. The data is an iris data, and the hue is mentioned like the species, and the palette of my color, like our my picture is in set 3. So once I run and I will explain one by one. Okay. Okay, sorry. Here you can see every species is mentioning like a equally, so 50-50 count. X-axis having the species name. So x-axis having species name. Sorry. X-axis is having the species name. That is mentioning like Cetosa, Vascular, and Virginica, and y-axis automatically deducted into the count of the particular species. So yeah, so now I can change the color palette. So set 3 is here now. So I give it to the set 1. So you can get it the color like this. So we can change the color palette of our set 2. So give it a different color and set 4. So there is not have a particular palette. There is only set 1, 2, 3 like that only. So I will give it the 1, that is it's looking good. Okay now. So x-axis is having the species and data is an iris data and the hue is in species. The why I mentioned the hue means it's showing the different color format of this every species. So if I hear this, like remove this, so now you can see the all palette will be showing. Okay. Okay, fine. So why showing like this means I mentioned the palette, right? So palette, if I remove the palette also, we can see in every data showing the same color. So like this. Then only we can mentioning the hue and also palette. We give the palette to set 1. That is identify the different color based on the different species. Okay, so next one is theme. So the style of the dot. So next upcoming what is the upcoming visualization? I will set one particular theme. So SNS dot set theme is a style dark. That is dark theme. I will mention it every here. So next one I will mentioning the length of this everything. So scatter plot is a dot kind of visual is present. So x is equal to sepal length and petal length. So x is sepal length, y is petal length. So I will compare it to the two different part, but the identification is in length. So sepal length and petal length both are. I will identify the length of the particular part, and the hue is in species. So species by how much length and in petal and sepal, and the size of this particular thing is a petal width. So the palette is in color map. So once I run this, so you can see this one. Here, the hue is mentioned like a species. So now the yellow is in Setosa, red is a versicolor, and blue, like violet, is in Virginica. The x-axis having the sepal length and y-axis having the petal length. So which kind of species having high range of sepal length and petal length means, yeah, Virginica is a high amount of sepal length and also petal length. So starting petal length size is in 5 and ending with an 8, still 8 size is it's here. And petal length also starting from the 4.5 and ending from the 7, nearly 7. So very less petal length and petal width, sorry, petal length means that is a setosa. So very less, this is not much, then about 2, here not more than the 6. Since the middle range is in versicolor. Okay, now so the petal width is then based on the size. So petal width also the setosa will be very less. So the Virginica is very high with the petal width and the sepal length and the sepal width. So every kind of things, the one particular species, the Virginica is a high values is have. Okay. So next one is the Titanic. So we can already load the data set, so is no needed again. So it's also no needed. Then I will check in the information about the Titanic. Oh, sorry, data. It's not really needed. Data. Already load the data, right? In this particular data variable is having the Titanic values, right? So each and every info function is identify entire information about our data set. Here the starting overall entries count and starting from the 0 to till 890, and the column total count of column is a 15, and the column name and null value counts and the data types of each and every column. So everyone will be mentioned here. So integer, int means integer, and object is in text and float is in point value, and the category is in text also. Here the data, I will mentioning the data. So now I identify the gender value counts. So gender wise, how many male and how many female is here. Okay. There is 577 male and 314 female is here. Total 890. There is, I think, 891. Yeah. So here the male count is more high. Most high. The female is 311, like 314. So here I will identify the bar plot wise. I will identify the data. Okay. Yeah. SNS dot bar plot. So bar plot is also same like count plot. So x-axis having the gender and y-axis having the survived count, and hue is having passenger class. So here, gender wise, how many people survived, and in the particular survived people, how which kind of class is they are traveled. That is the details I will mention here. So once I run this, so you can see. So the hue is the passenger class. The light color is 1, and the middle color is 2, and the dark color is 3. So male people is mostly traveled in the first class. That is the count is in nearly point 4, right? The female is having nearly 1. That means thousands. We can mention it like 1,000 or hundreds like that. So why the male count is very less means, so in the particular Titanic accident, the females, most of the females will be saved. Most of the males is a death. Then only the difference is happened. So here the overall count is a 577, but the surveyed people is very less comparatively female. Okay now. So same like as passenger class also. So here I am mentioning the data and run this. So count of the passenger class. So third class is most of the people, 491 people will travel. First class then 216 people will be travel. So was travel. And the second class the 184 people are traveled. Was traveled. So next they will identify into count plot wise. So this is also same like that. Okay, I'm changing the data set name. That is data. Okay. And I run this. So first class and single third class. Based on the class wise, the passengers count. So third class is the 499, 91. So nearly 500. The second class is the 184. So very less than under 200. The first class is the 216. So it is more than 200. Okay now. So then embarked. So embarked means the station count. So which station is most of the people will be embarked. That means dispatched. So the S station is the 644 people will be departure, and the C station is the 168 people will be departure, and the Q station is the 77 people is a departure. So based on the station wise, the departure people's count. So that is the visualization of this particular part. So once I run this, we can see this everyone. So S station is most of the people will be embarked, that is 644. C station is in 168 and the Q is in less than 100, that is 77, right? So next one, so this also already we will see, you are see, so gender wise value counts and replace the value of everything. So there is repeated values, so already we can see this. So I will change the data of the value counts in gender wise. So already we was see, and we can changing the count of this everything, data of embark dot replace. Here I will change in the values into numbers format. So S station is mentioned like a 1, C station is one mentioning like a 2, and the Q station is mentioning like a 3. So the embarked things I will convert. So next one is a data of embarked value codes. Now I will check it. So the everything will converting into the 1, 2, 3 like that way. So before that we will see into the SCQ like this. So now we are converting into the numbers format. So 1, 2, 3. 1 is in S station, 2 is in C station, 3 is in Q station. Okay. So Titanic now again replacing the value of our gender column also. It is easy to understand the prediction. So then only we can make this kind of conversion. So 1 is at 577. 0 is in 314. That is male and female count. Here, sorry. So count plot of gender. So now the 0 and 1s will converted, right? So again, iris data will be there. So iris and yeah, describe function of about the iris. So then we can identify the box plot. So how many minimum value, how much of maximum value is here? Here the set species wise, how much of sepal width, how minimum sepal width and maximum sepal width. Okay, so here sepal width is having minimum range is at 2, maximum range is at 4.4, right? Here setosa is having 2, so nearly 2, right? And maximum is at 4.4. So in this particular describe function is described the every species, not like one particular specific species. In this describe function is mentioning represent the every species minimum and maximum level. So now we can understand the species wise. So the versica is a very less, there is 2, nearly 2 minimum sepal width, right? The maximum sepal width is a 4.4, it is nearly 4.5. So you can understand, so is a total species count, here individual species count. Okay. So next is the petal width. So that also same like that. So minimum petal width of species is in where is petal width? Yeah, here. Minimum petal width is in 0.1 and maximum is a 2.5. So here also maximum is a 2.5. Oh, sorry, here. Yeah. Starting with 0 and maximum is a 2.5 nearly. Okay. So next one is a pair plot. So pair plot is comparing the column, each column into the every column. That is the pair plot. It takes so much time. Yeah. Here you see that the petal width comparing with another columns. So here the petal width will compare with sepal length and a sepal width and also petal length also. Finally, it's comparing to the petal width. So then only the particular same column will be differ from the others. So here everyone is happening like this. So petal length will comparing to sepal length and sepal width and petal length and as well as petal width. Each and every column is comparing with another column as well as same column to comparing each other. So now also we will replacing the values about one text into the number format. So this already we can see this, so it's no needed. So I will remove this. So then I move on to the next data set, that is tips data set. So tips is equal to SNS dot load data set, that is tips. Once I visualize, see the data set, that is total bills based on the total bill wise, how much of tip which people will give that. So total bills is $16. The $1 will be tip, and the female is give the female consumer will give the tip, and is a smoker also is no smoker no. And the day, which kind of day they will give a tip. Sunday, that time is a dinner time, that is two size, the size that two kind of tips will be they will provide. So I give you the information about this kind of tips. So everything, every column name and the null values, data type, and total entries and total column, so everything. So once again, I will showing the tips dot head function. That is showing the data set. Here, the while plot is helpful to make the visualization about this. Okay. Yeah. So here, the day wise, exactly the gender wise, how much of tip in day wise they will get. So the male is provided with the much. So the violet, I think blue or violet is may represent the Thursday, and the orange is represent the Friday, and green is represent the Saturday, and red is represent the Sunday. So the most of the males came to the restaurant for sorry in Saturday only. There is in the particular day is high amount of tips they will get it. Female is provided the Saturday also. There is provided the 8 count of tips they will provide it. So the violet part is represented day wise how much tip. Thursday is 8 count of count. Friday is an 6 kind of tips. Saturday is an high, that is 11 above 10. Sunday also is nearly 8 kind of tips they will get. That means the consumer will be provided. Okay. So this is the way we can visualizing the data or represent the data in coding wise. So if you can just see this one, so you can feel like I said difficult. So just is that very easy. Once you can work with this, you can easily understand this one. Okay. So that's it. So this is today concept. Today we will see about visualization. What is visualization and what is benefits of the visualization, principles of visualization we can see, and also we can see the example of visualization in coding ways also. Okay, I hope you all understand this today's concept. So if you have any queries, you can contact this mobile or WhatsApp. And thank you everyone, thank you for your attention. So thank you for your patience also. So still 30 plus see to this live stream. So thank you for everyone. So we will meet with the next session and see you.